No. Dog. What? She won't. She can't. Anything moves, anything goes by, she's gonna freak out. Not gonna work. I really do need, again, I really do need the space. No. Hey, Jenny.
Hi, I just realized I was muted.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good. Just getting stuff set up. Let me.
One sec. Trying to figure out. I'm using my husband's laptop
Okay.
and now I'm regretting it. Where's the
All right, I was seeing here.
Okay. I think I figured it out. Can you say something, Sam?
Yes, testing one, two, three. Can
Okay,
you hear
perfect.
me?
Thank you.
You
Yes, I hear
hear
you
me?
perfectly now.
Okay.
It sounded like we had like a weird echo before.
Ah, do you
Yeah.
you don't have your phone on, do you?
I do. It's right next to me, just
Yeah,
in case.
that could be it. It might
Yeah,
be picking it
maybe.
up.
Well, I hear you well now. Um, okay,
Says
I
here
think.
you're on audio only.
Oh yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
let me check the camera. I had it off at first just because I was messing around with everything. Hmm. I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, no, that you get out of practice when you haven't been on it for a while. Let me see here. I want to.
Okay, and let's see. Can you see my name and stuff?
Yes, I do see your name, and every time you talk, your name pops up.
Okay, perfect. So that's working. So now I just have to figure out why the camera is not on. Okay, full screen.
Okay.
Okay, I go to settings, but I can't find the camera option. Let's see.
Can you see my screen? I'm sharing.
Yes, but
Okay.
I see your picture.
Yes.
My screen just shows me the microphone option, not the camera option. I might
Okay.
have to restart this whole thing.
Turn it on.
It's on and I'm there, but the camera, I can't figure out why. I tried that.
You have to get out and get back in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'll be
Okay. Oop. All right. Can you hear me, Jenny?
Yes, I hear you. Do you hear me?
I hear you. I still don't
But
see you,
you
but
don't
I
see
can hear
what is
you.
going on. So I logged out. When I went to log back in, I turned on the camera, but
It didn't.
now
Yeah.
it's not in my options anymore. Okay, let me try something different. I will be right back. I'm gonna log out again
Okay.
and see what the deal is.
Hey, Jenny.
Okay, you still can't see me?
Still can't see you. That's all right.
No,
We'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead. There's about 4 or 5 people in the um lobby, so I'm gonna admit them.
okay.
Carlos in. Hey, Carlos. Can you hear me, Carlos?
Testing. You guys hear me now?
Testing. Hey, Carlos, how are you?
Good, good, thanks.
Hello, everyone. We're just going to let folks gather for a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. Thank you for coming out this morning. Great to see you all.
Everything's clear from here.
Let's see who else we got here. All right. Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for coming this morning.
My pleasure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to a couple people who've been very, very helpful to me so far in the campaign, and they've been very nice to donate their time and their talent to helping out in this effort. The first one is Jenny Ponce, who I met about 3 or 4 years ago in my work in the city of Miami. She's a mom of a student at Somerset Academy and a literary nut, if I can say that. She loves books, loves reading, and so we connected around the Literacy Festival and how can we make education better. And when I asked her to help out with this campaign, she immediately said yes. And then the other one is a very long time friend of mine. We actually go back over 25 years now, where we work together at the Historical Museum of Southern Florida. Carlos Plaza. Carlos is an incredible human being, one of the smartest people I know. If you think I'm passionate, you ought to talk to Carlos. He's pretty passionate about most things in life. And again, said yes immediately. So I thank the both of them. They're going to be helping me today with this kickoff meeting, but throughout the campaign, and I appreciate your support. So Jenny, I'm going to turn it over to you to start us out, and then we'll get going. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out today.
Good morning, everyone. As Sam said, my name is Jenny Pons. First, before we officially get started, I want to excuse myself. Technology is not my friend. Something went wrong with my camera. It works before I log in, but once I'm in, it disappears. So unfortunately, you can't see me, and I'm really sorry about that. As Sam mentioned, we met about 3 to 4 years ago. I can't recall specifically, through a literary podcast that was my passion project. And we hit it off ever since. We connect a lot over education and literacy and how much it impacts our community. So when he mentioned that he was doing this, I was so excited. I am so excited for him and for us to have him in this position. I am incredibly proud and so happy just to watch it from the sidelines. So welcome, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate it. I'm going to ask, and I'm going to do this to Carlos on the spot. Carlos, if you wouldn't mind telling everybody how we met, and then if you would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. We met at, actually, I think did we first meet? Yeah, it was at the History Museum, which used to be the Historical Museum of Southern Florida. and is now History Miami and will soon be something else. So we met back in, I guess it was the late 80s, when I decided, after going to work at the state attorney's office, that I no longer wanted to be a lawyer after I finished my undergrad studies and turned back on one of my first loves, which was history. And then I badgered the History Museum to give me a job. And Sam was the boss there. I think you were already the operations manager when I got there, Sam. Um, and we've been friends ever since. I met Natalie shortly afterwards. And yeah, we've been working on and off, and just in each other's lives, which has been very enriching for me, and very satisfying. So um, I very much cherish that relationship with Sam and Natalie. And I also am very happy to see that Sam is stepping into this role, and I hope that he finds success, because we really need people like him doing these things, not just saying things. A lot of us feel like things need to change. We might say it on social media, but doing things is much more important. Not that saying and shouting out is not important too, right? If you don't say anything, then you're, in my opinion, kind of part of the problem. But I'm really happy that he's doing things and doing this particularly. So, okay, I will lead us in. I hope I remember the Pledge of Allegiance. Here we go. I pledge
I pledge
allegiance to
allegiance to the
the
flag
flag of
of
the
the
United
United
States of
States of
America,
America and to the
and to the
republic
republic for which
for
it
which it
stands,
stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice for
for
all.
all. I did remember it.
Let's take a moment of silence. We have a lot of folks who are protect our ability to do this kind of thing, particularly troops who are in harm's way right now. So let's take a moment of silence and remember those folks and how lucky we are to be able to do this. Thank you, folks. Again, as I said, I'm a very lucky person in that I have really great people in my life who um, have come to support me. I should start out by saying my name is Sam Joseph. I am your candidate for your write-in candidate for school board member for District 8. Those of you who've known me, most of you have known me for a long time, know that education is my first love and passion. I got into this race because, unfortunately, although we have a very high-ranking system and a public school system that does relatively well, we have a lot of challenges. $7 billion industry, and yet no one wants to take the job of being a school board member and helping to guide the success of our kids and our families and our schools. And more importantly, school funding right now represents 37 cents out of the dollar of our property taxes. So whether or not you have kids in schools, schools are important to you and your family and your well-being. So it's important that all of us pay attention to what's happening in our school system, and hopefully can get more folks who will want to be part of the decision-making process, to assure that we're providing excellence to our students and providing them an opportunity for future success. Um, I am very, I, I'm very different from my opponent in that, number one, I have been a proponent and a user of the public school system since birth. It's the reason I am here today in front of you and would even consider a run like this is because of the success I've been able to garner through the public educational school system, specifically Miami-Dade County Public Schools, starting from Golden Glades Elementary all the way out to South Miami Senior High. Um, I can track right now daily the skills that I use in my work, and my personal efforts, all of it learned through the folks out at Miami-Dade County Public Schools working together with my family, with the community to assure that I met success. This is what we do when we're at our best in public education. And let me dispel the rumors. Public education is not dying, although there are a lot of efforts right now to nibble at the edges of it, and to say that it needs to be improved. Yes, we can improve on it, but it is not dying, it's thriving. You should know there are a lot of people who are very, very proud to have their kids in public schools, and they feel they're learning more and gaining more than they would from any other school system. So I hope you will help me educate the rest of the community around why this is such an important topic and why you have to have the right person in office to assure that the system is thriving. I want to, before I go on, I want to let you know a little bit about the write-in candidate category because a lot of people asked about that. I am the write-in candidate for school board, which means when you open up your ballot, you will not see my name on the ballot. You will see Ms. Colucci's name and underneath it, write-in as a category, which you have to bubble in, and then you will need to physically write in my name in there. So, remember, bubble in, and actually, I have a little visual for you here that will help you through this process. Some of you have already received your vote-in mailing ballots by now. And you will, as I said, Ms. Colucci is number 158. Bubble in, write in is me. You're going to bubble in the write-in category and then write in Samuel or Sam Joseph. You can use either one. My parents were very, very kind in giving me a very simple name for you to remember. Again, Sam Joseph. Bubble, write-in candidate. I wanted to take a few questions from the audience because I know there are folks out there who are very passionate about schools and public schools and want to know a little bit more about my position. So if you have a question, please put it in the chat for us. But I know that there's been a few questions that have already been submitted. And so I'm going to ask my lovely wife, who actually has been aggregating some of these questions, to start off with the very first question.
Okay. Tell us where you stand on charter schools.
Thank you for that question.
By the way, I'm sorry I can't get on camera for some reason. My laptop's not cooperating.
Recording in progress.
Okay, that's all right. Well, so position on charter schools. First of all, as I said, I'm a strong proponent of public schools. I'm also a strong proponent of whatever it takes for your family to get the best opportunity for your child. And this was become very important to me as I have one child of my own, and parents used to tell me all the time, it's always different when it's your kid. And it is, it's very different. And so although I am not a proponent of charter schools because I believe public schools do a great job. And by the way, and here are the statistics, charter schools do no better than public schools aggregate as a whole. You can pick any one charter school or any one public school, and yes, they're outstanding and they're fine. But as a whole, charter schools do not do any better than public schools. And in fact, with our charters, they actually bring down the grades, the school grades, and also the graduation rate performances for our district. So it's important that we understand that if you think charter schools are the absolute be all end all and are going to change everything, they haven't. Education is difficult. Private schools, charter schools, you name it, it is very difficult to educate a human being. And so it takes time, patience, and also data and resources, which is what your public schools bring you. Jenny, do we have any other another question?
I am actually having some difficulties accessing the chat.
That's okay.
I'm
Let
so
me take a
sorry.
look here and see.
Yeah, Sam, we're not getting chat. We're not getting any.
Oh, the Q&A either?
We're not just. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't even have a option for video, for example. It's only got the audio. I don't see
That's my
chat.
same issue, Carlos, that I'm having.
Okay.
I don't know why. Are you on the browser
I am,
version 2?
yes.
Same. I don't know if that's the issue.
I
If
don't
any,
know,
yeah.
but what I'll
I
do
just
is
submitted a question to the chat. I was successful.
if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and let me see if I can see you. And yes, and you can raise your hand and I'd be happy to pick you if you have a question. Nat, I know you had a couple more. Let's go with one other one that you had, and then I'll choose someone else.
Well, what about the other very hot topic of banning books in our libraries?
Yes, very much a hot topic. I am not for banning books, period. Let me tell you, first of all, as a parent, I believe it is my responsibility and your responsibility to govern what our children are consuming, especially in books. And this is a challenge. I don't want to fluff this off and say that this is a problem but it is a problem. We have encountered it in our family. When you have reading become a sport where kids are trying to get points and trying to compete with one another, and especially through the levels of books that they read, you will get to a point where your child will bring a book home that you will question and say, I'm not sure if this is age appropriate. I'm not sure if this is what you should be consuming right now. But that's our job as a parent. My job is not to go into the school board and ask them to take that book off the shelves, not only for Emma, but for all students. And that's what we're doing. What I am for is what the system has in place. There is a committee that reviews books. It is comprised of parents, administrators, community leaders, all of them looking at what are the books, are they age appropriate, and do they fit with our curricular needs? And then those go into the school libraries. But I am not for at all banning of books. All right. I see a hand up right here. Nancy Lothar. Nancy, go ahead.
So I have known you for years. I am not going to ask policy questions because I have an idea of how you feel. And I am not in School Board District 8. I am way over in 9. So I can't bubble in or write in anything. But I am wondering, I'm going to ask a couple of campaign mechanics questions because there are 14 different names on this call. There are tens of thousands of voters in District 8.
Mhm.
Uh, how will you make even your presence on the ballot known? Are you going to be handing out like business cards? At early voting sites, you're going to be having volunteers, or are you going to be using social media? And I am looking for the cheapy way out because I know that this campaign is on a half a shoestring budget. But if this is not going to be a symbolic campaign, how will you reach voters? Are you reaching out to endorsement groups, unions? Are you reaching out to the Herald, which already did an endorsement for School Board District 1? And of course, they've got a very crowded field up in District 1. But what are the mechanics of this campaign?
Good question, Nancy. Thank you so much. First of all, as you all know, this is a grassroots, and I'm calling it a guerrilla campaign because It is at the last minute. I wanted to make sure that this, unlike all the other seats except for District 1, didn't go unopposed. I have already started doing campaign events. Some of you have already received messages from me. I've been very lucky in having organizations like the Coral Gables Democrats and Coral Way Democrats and South Dade Democrats have me in to speak. I'll be meeting actually next week with the West Kendall Democrats. I've also I'm going to be having a physical campaign candidate meet and greets throughout the district because again, it really is to try to get out there and make myself known, make my name known, and hopefully garner more support. July 29th, and we'll review this in a minute. July 29th will be the first candidate meet and greet actually at the Coral Gables Library. It will be at 5:30, and I'll send all of this out and we'll make sure that you have invitations to it. Um, Very excited. The Coral Gables Somerset Academy is actually the Eastern school and the only Coral Gables school in District 8. And so I'm very happy to be near there, near the library and there to kick off the campaign. I also will be having candidate meet and greets at Westchester Library, Regional Library, Pinecrest, and a few other spots throughout the district. I will send all of those out to you. These are open events. That's why I'm holding them at the public library, open to anyone in the community. Come on out, learn about this campaign and how you can get involved. And what I ask is those of you who are living in the district and have neighbors and friends, please share all of this information, share campaign materials, share your thoughts with them on this campaign and get them involved. Right now, when I was growing up, there was a great commercial about how, and I think it was for Secret or Calgon, I can't remember, about how spreading the word of mouth, tell 10 friends and they'll tell 10 friends and so on and so on and so on. And before you know it, there's a change. And let me leave you with this. I started out this campaign saying this wasn't about a campaign about winning. Because if it was about winning, then you raise a lot of money and your name is on the ballot and you take your chances. Um, but after running the numbers and also all the reaction that I've been getting from folks being out on the trail, Miss Colucci won this seat with just 2,300 votes over Dr. Marta Perez. 19,000 votes is what she won out of a district that has over 1 million voters and was a 19% turnout. This is a winnable race. We can make history. A write-in candidate could win, but only you can assure that. Only your vote can assure that. Only your word amongst those other 10 or 100 people can change that. But we could win it. I'm going to do everything in my power over the next 3 weeks to give you the energy and passion that it takes to win it. And I hope you will give me the votes and the write-in that I need to get in there.
Sam,
Yes.
can you, I think there's some people in the waiting room that are texting me. They're trying to get in.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Any other questions?
Sam,
Yes, ma'am.
it's Marlon Ebert. How are you?
Hello, Marlon. How are you?
I am delighted. You know, for a long time, I've encouraged you to run for something. Um, anyway, can you send out to the people on this chat the map of your district?
Of course.
That would be very helpful because I don't know your boundaries at all. So, you know, I'm happy to spread the word. I know that some people have already sent in their ballots. So it's time is of the essence right now.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
thank you.
I will definitely send that out. And let me give you guys the borders to the district right now. It starts from Southwest State Street at Lejeune Road, um, at the north and east, goes all the way down Southwest State Street to actually the Miccosukee Indian Reservation,
Wow.
just before it. Yes, wow. All the way down into Kendall Lakes and Pinecrest area, winds back up and east towards West Miami. You've got a little touch of Miami Springs in there. Um, and then just a sliver of a carve out for the Gables. This was a gerrymandered district for Dr. Marta Perez, who lives about 3 blocks away from me. And as I said at another event, she didn't know that she gerrymandered it perfectly for me because I live right in the district. Although my daughter went to Coral Gables Prep and schools in District 6. And I will get those out to you. So let's, again, this is a winnable race. We can do this. But it means mobilizing and moving. So the first thing is Wednesday, July 29th, please come out to the library. I would love to see you in person, talk to you a little bit more about my ideas for this race and for the position. I'm ready to get started on day one, guys. I've already got legislation that I want to enact. I've already got meetings I want to set up. But I need your help to get there. I'm Sam Joseph. I humbly ask for your write-in vote. Bubble in, write-in, write-in.
Sam, what time this week at the library?
5:30.
5:30.
Wednesday, July 29th, 5:30. And you'll be getting an invitation along with the district map. You have any questions? You need me to step into a room to talk to a few people or get on the phone to talk to somebody, please get to me. Got 3 weeks to make history, and I know we can do it together.
Sam, you've got 5 more minutes and a couple of questions in the chat.
Yeah.
What do you see as the biggest challenges facing students and family in District 8 right now?
The biggest challenge that I see right now is co-location. If you have not heard about this, then please go and look it up. Right now, the charter schools are, and I should say the schools of hope, charter schools that participate in the Schools of Hope program, which is the state voucher program, have the ability to go into low performing and low enrolled schools and to actually physically co-locate at those schools. 5 high schools have been targeted in Miami-Dade County for this co-location starting next year. This means that we will be mixing elementary to 12th grade students on the same campus. Not only will those charter schools get space at the school, but they will also be provided with all of the security, the electricity, the food, and everything else they need to run their operations at no cost. This must be provided by the district. I will tell you that as a parent, I am really, really, really afraid of this. We know there will be harm. Students will be harmed. Adults will be harmed. We know it. It's not an if, it's when. There's a reason we don't have one-room schoolhouses anymore, and we don't pack all-age kids in the same rooms. And to go back on that with this policy scares me a lot, and I hope District 8 parents are paying attention and will speak up.
That's a super big issue because we know that at Christie House, as much of a third to a half of students or children that are sexually abused are abused by older children who have power and age and size over them. So that is very concerning.
We need to be very, very thoughtful about how we handle education and our kids. If they are the most precious thing in our society, and we say this, and I believe it, then we have to show it. We have to show it in our actions, and thoughtful legislation, and in the people who we put in office to enact that legislation. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today, this morning. Please tell 10 friends. I'll see you August 18th. You already have your ballot. I hope I can have your vote. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.